Welcome back. New Jersey is one of two states holding elections for governor this fall. The other, as frequent viewers of this program know, that's Virginia. But New Jersey, Democrats battling to lead the Garden State. Well, they gathered last night for their final primary debate. You can see that right there. They managed, well, it was a primary conversation, so they were clashing with each other, but they did agree on one thing. Listen.
Donald Trump is a criminal, and he keeps breaking laws left and right.
This guy, Trump, is going to come in, as we know, as Steve just said, on everything and try to go after our dollars, try to go after reproductive freedom. He's going to do it on every front. And the job of the governor, which I'll do, is to fight him.
We are facing the most corrupt president this nation has ever had. He's attacking people. He's attacking Medicaid. He's attacking the Department of Education.
Here to dig into all this, Brent Johnson, politics reporter for NJ.com. An outstanding source of information about all things New Jersey. Great to have you with us. Size up this race for my audience. Where is it? I've read that Mikey Sherrill, the congresswoman from the 11th district, should be running away with this because she has a lot of establishment support, but isn't yet.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. She's considered the establishment candidate, the one that many top Democrats would like to see win. But the problem is there used to be something known as the county line in New Jersey, which is where party bosses and the power structure in the party put their thumb on the scale, basically endorsed a primary candidate beforehand. And that got thrown out in the court last year during the U.S. Senate race in New Jersey. So this year there's kind of an even playing field. So but Cheryl is still considered the front runner. Public polling shows her ahead, and that she's more ahead in recent days.
And I want to play some sound from Ross Baraka, who is the Newark mayor, talking about the way people are looking at this race within the Democratic conversation, how that might be holding him back. Let's listen.
There are people up here on this stage that are stoking fear out in the community. They're saying that they're the only ones electable and nobody else is electable. I think if all of us support whoever is the nominee, that person is in fact electable. And I'm gonna tell you why they say I'm not electable. 1, because I'm from Newark. 2, because I'm too progressive. And 3, because I'm too black.
Brent, evaluate that and Ross Baraka's candidacy.
Well, Barack is running in the progressive lane. He's fighting another big city mayor, Jersey City Mayor Steve Fulop, for the progressive vote in the primary. And they're both trying to surge over Sherrill in this primary. And the whispers in the Democratic Party are kind of that Barack is too left-leaning. And he's saying that some people have whispered that the state's not ready for a black governor. And so he brought that out into the open yesterday and last night and said that, we need to stand up. And as a party, we have to show our left colors, our blue colors, and that's not what this race is about. But there is a concern that while New Jersey is a blue-leaning state, that Donald Trump performed here much better last year than he did in the past, and that it's kind of a little more purpley now, and it'll be more difficult to win in November, again, if you're not a more moderate Democratic candidate.
And Brent, fast forward this to the general. Jack Ciattarelli is going to win the Republican nomination by all estimates. He's endorsed by President Trump. How does that general election look to you? I know we don't know who the Democratic nominee is, but there are some signs where that race might be heading.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough race for the Democrats no matter what. New Jersey, again, is a blue state, but they tend to go back and forth between governors here, between each party. You had Chris Christie, then you had Phil Murphy. It's been since the last time we had a party win 3 terms in the governor's office in a row was 1961. Just 3 years before the Beatles, appeared on Ed Sullivan. So it goes to show you that it will not be an easy race for the Democrats. The Republicans are expected to say, do you want 4 more years of Phil Murphy? But the wild card here is Donald Trump. Trump may have done a little bit better last year, but his presidency has already been polarizing. How does that play out? Does that hurt the Republicans in their chance to take back the governor's office?
And Brent, real quickly, the results 2024 to 2020 showed a 10-point drop for the Democratic nominee. Are Democrats reconciling themselves to that? Do they have some answer for why they did so much more poorly in 2024 than 2020?
Well, New Jersey has high property taxes and a high cost of living, and you'll hear Democrats here talk a lot about how we need to make the state more affordable because that's where they think Republicans are going to attack them the most. And their argument is that Donald Trump has not been good for the economy so far, so you don't want to put a Republican in charge here if you want things to be more affordable in New Jersey.
NJ.com's Brent Johnson. Brent, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.